Hello, I'm Mayor Bruce Teague. This is Community Connection, where we will discuss different aspects about our community and its response to the coronavirus. These conversations will be shared on social media outlets, and this is our opportunity to stay in tune and informed. The challenges we face are great, and there is no aspect of our community that isn't impacted by this crisis. And local restaurants and retail shops are among those that are suffering right now. Here to discuss how we can support local businesses during this time of social distancing is Nancy Bird, the Executive Director of Iowa City Downtown District. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, how are you, Mayor Teague?
Well, I'll tell you, I am navigating during this time. What about you?
I think we're all navigating during this time. It's been a challenge, but at the same time, it certainly has brought us together in ways that are very unexpected. So,
Yes, one thing I noticed even before some of the orders, whether it was from the governor or some of the proclamations that I made during the civil emergency, was there was a decrease in people attending downtown overall. The businesses, even though they were still open to some degree. Can you talk a little bit about what you saw downtown Iowa City?
yeah, I think everyone's probably seen this or seen it on TV or are experiencing it themselves. But just as signs that this virus is gotten so huge, people, it's a fear-based reaction. And there's a lot of people out there that are really nervous about it, and we saw attendance decline pretty immediately. But then recognizing how important it is to make sure that the larger community is healthy and that we're washing hands and we're doing everything we can to flatten the curve, so to speak. Our business community really came on board, and we're all working to do the best that we can all the way across Iowa City and beyond.
Yeah, I have to agree that at least downtown and even across the greater Iowa City, businesses were decreasing activities even before, it was even asked of them from either the governor or myself. The economic impacts, long term and short term, that is going to be great. Can you talk a little bit about some of the things that you've heard or from those that businesses that have been in conversation with you?
Sure. Well, first of all, I think it's important to recognize that a lot of our business owners have employees, and those employees are residents of this community. So it impacts the business owner in very similar ways as it might a resident, in that they are concerned about the well-being of their own families, of their own employees, their colleagues, and their friends. So they might have a slightly different lens for the impact because clearly it's affecting their business and their livelihoods really almost overnight. But I think that there's a really strong recognition how important it is to make sure that the employees are healthy and that we're encouraging everyone to do the social distancing to get through this. It's also important to recognize that there's nothing fundamentally wrong with our economy. We have a strong demand here, and we anticipate that it will recover, and we will recover well. We just need to get through the next couple of months and we don't know what that looks like as far as
Yes.
the health and the peak of the virus and when it subdues. Those are super uncertain, and I think that we're doing the best to follow the advice of public health and to encourage social distancing until we can get by. But we anticipate a recovery at some point. We're just doing our best to share information amongst business owners, encouraging them to communicate as much as they can with their employees, with their property owners or their landlords, with their vendors, to make sure that they're sharing the impacts that they have right now, which is really a loss of complete revenue from like 2 or 3 days into this to the COVID-19 announcement. So there's some fear out there, but at the same time, I think we're doing our best to make sure that we're communicating it through it, and that we're not letting that fear stop us from planning for what we should be doing next. And we're open to like trying to figure out what that is just to make it through this period of time.
Our community is really responding relatively well with the resources that they have. So some people have closed their doors, and then some people have done new ways of inventing how they can support or even operate their business within our community. I know the restaurants have really done something very different of how they're serving. And can you talk a little bit about what you're seeing within the restaurant industry?
Sure. I mean, I think it's really important. We're hearing about all these announcements about closures. And I want to remind everybody out there that closing your front door to the general public does not mean that the business is closed. So retailers, like restaurants, can continue to operate, but we can just do it virtually. So to those who are looking for ways to support their business community at this time, which we know has a ripple effect across the entire community as far as employment and other things, so people being able to pay their rent. To the extent that you are able to continue some of the economic activity that you have typically by continuing to reach out to see if they have an online presence and that they can deliver the goods by e-commerce. So for example, we've got a number of retailers that while their doors are shut, they are able to take virtual appointments. If you call them, they can take an order and they can deliver it. Many are doing outright delivery straight to their customers' homes, which really is fairly unprecedented. Some do that already. And then we have our restaurant community who is working very hard to make sure that they can do delivery and takeout and curbside pickup. So we want to encourage people to stay home, stay healthy, but there is a way to pick up food orders with no contact. And that means that the restaurant can take your order online or by phone and actually take it outside, put it down as you arrive, shut the door, and allow you to pick it up. So those curbside deliveries are opportunities to keep some sort of economic activity going. We certainly appreciate those who are reaching out to continue to order. You can order books, and we've seen our local bookstores be very creative about how they can continue to keep orders going. So like I said, the closure, the term closure, and some of these bigger terms out there doesn't mean that everyone's just stopped doing what they're doing. They're working very hard to make sure that they can stay open.
Yeah, people are becoming really creative in how they can operate their business in a new way. And virtual, as you say, is one of the keys. Many people do have websites. Have you heard any challenges with people that maybe they don't have that virtual technology within their business? Have anyone reached out to say help, and is there any avenues for help for those?
Sure, sure. I mean, first of all, let me start by addressing the gift card purchasing.
Yeah,
It's a
I know that
really
the
great
downtown
opportunity.
district did that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple different things here. Local gift cards are a great way to help support the business community at a time like this because it can be redeemed later, right? So there are a number of businesses that have gift cards available. To those who don't have gift cards electronically available, our staff currently is helping some of those businesses get set up with a gift card so that you can get it digitally. So we're working on that. So even if you don't see the gift card available for your favorite retailer or restaurant, look again in another week and you might see it online. So that's one thing, is that getting out those purchasing gift cards are a great way to support the business community. The other piece is, one thing that we can do for the downtown community is the Iowa City Downtown District has a gift card of its own where we can sell a gift card and anyone can purchase it and use it at a business downtown. Well, what we're doing at this time, because we recognize that it's important to encourage people to buy gift cards, is that we're providing a $25 thank you gift card from the downtown district if you were to purchase up to $100 at any of our local businesses. And if you were to purchase up to $500 in gift cards or merchandise to any of our local businesses, then we will give you a $150 gift card thank you from the downtown district. It's one way we can use our budget to help support and infuse funding into the economy at a time when there's so much uncertainty. So we hope that people can look for that opportunity and know that those gift cards will remain important over the course of time, just to help us kind of get through the next few months.
I think that's really impressive that you all immediately kind of created an option to kind of incentivize people to, purchase gift cards because it really does ultimately help the business to navigate through these times. A lot of businesses, restaurants are, and retail we've kind of talked about, but you mentioned employees, because there are some things out there now for those that have been laid off, as well as some of the business owners. There's opportunities for them as well, that we're hearing coming from Iowa Economic Development or federal and some more stuff. What are some of the things that you could probably share with those that are kind of facing some of these challenges, and what opportunities might be out there for them?
Sure. Well, first of all, our organization is working with Think Iowa City, the Iowa City Area Business Partnership, and the Iowa City Area Development Group. So it's ICAD, the Business Partnership, and Think. These three organizations in the downtown district have decided to work collectively to make sure that we're streamlining our communications out to the larger business and cultural community as well, to let them know what those SBA loans and what the stimulus package means for them. So in order to do that, we have on Mondays, we have a weekly newsletter that goes out to all of our list groups. So that is anyone that has provided us with their email throughout Johnson County, because this is a Johnson County really effort, what we're working on here. We have established a website, and I'm going to read this off for you. icareatogether.com. That's icareatogether.com, all one word. And on this website, you will find all of those links and resources that are important for employers. And you'll also find all those links and resources that are important for employees. And in addition to that, we partnered with United Way in our hospital and other organizations. We will include their information on the site. So it's kind of a one place that you can ensure to go, that we will continually use to make sure that it's updated, because I know everyone's getting all of that outreach in their inboxes of their emails, or getting emails into their inbox. So it's just a lot of information to track and different websites. So we're linking up all the state information and those opportunities in one place, so it doesn't get all jumbled together. And then we have local opportunities as well. And I think those local opportunities, we've been working pretty hard to streamline our communications to this point and get the website built, and now it's open and available. But now we need to really think about what does recovery look like in a couple of months, because like I said, I think we're well positioned to do that. We just need to make sure that we can get a few of our things taken care of at this time of closure, when the businesses are open but not able to service the general public.
Yeah, I think having one spot to go is kind of nice for those that are looking to navigate some resources and solutions. And I also appreciate that we have this collaboration amongst, different entities coming under, one umbrella, so to speak, to try to help navigate this together, because together, all of the different aspects of the businesses that you just talked about, you really can do something great and navigate this together. So thanks again for all that you all are doing with the downtown district. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about that you all are doing? I know that you have a webinar that you're doing.
Yes, on every Wednesday at 2 o'clock, we kind of have established a state of a community from different vantage points. So initially we have, when this crisis initially broke, we did some quick conversations with the University of Iowa and the City of Iowa City to help share that out to people who had questions. Last week was with the city managers. This upcoming Wednesday at 2 o'clock, it will be with really our social service agencies, United Way, and those volunteer task forces, and to talk about the other impacts of this crisis, which are, there's economic, there's health, but then there's also those who are most vulnerable in our community that with food scarcity, and how are we feeding all of those people to make sure that we're remembering that this impact goes well beyond what we thought it ever would. So we're going to have a really good, robust conversation this Wednesday at 2. I encourage you to clue in. And then on Friday, we'll have another one that really speaks more focused to the business community about what does a 30-day plan look like in a time of uncertainty? What does a 100-day plan look like when you have to develop contingency plans around something you don't exactly know what you're planning for? How long will it be closed? So that will be on Friday. So we have those two things. And then the last thing I'll mention is, the list of businesses that are remaining open. We have listings on our website, and others do as well, but what our staff has been doing is trying to keep that list up to date, because right now a lot of those businesses are changing their hours, and it's happening day by day. Mm-hmm. So on this website, icareatogether.com, we will have links to the businesses, both retail and restaurant, and others likely over time that are remaining open. So please check this out and know that we've got staff behind it to make sure that it's as up to date as possible in a time where really we can only be 1 hour ahead of the next. So
Yes. And for your webinar, how can people learn, get connected that way?
the details will be on icareatogether.com. So again, I'll
Awesome.
push you to that website. But also, if you're interested in signing up for the newsletter that gets the Monday, the weekly kind of local picture of what's happening and the updates on Mondays, you can also sign up for it on the website.
Great, great. Now, I know that you all have been working on this in various ways to try to figure out messaging to the community. And so Downtown District is starting this campaign. Tell us about that campaign.
Yeah, and you know, first of all, I must mention that we've got such a bright team and a number of teams that we're working with. So all of the credit goes to them for what they're preparing. But really, we felt like it was important to make sure that the messaging of what's happening with the COVID-19 crisis is as positive as it can be. And I think the message really is to stay home and stay healthy. And so we've developed a set of graphics to remind people what that might look like. Put a little twist on it to the extent that we can. Not that it's really a fun climate right now, but to remind people that it's really important to social distance, and the better at that we are, the less impact to our overall community health we expect. So look for the campaign.
Yes. You know, this stay home, stay healthy. So stay healthy is great. We can do that. But stay home is kind of hard for this generation of on the move, on the move, on the move. I was just talking about my dogs the other day where, I was at home for 2 days straight, and essentially they were sleepy all day. I thought it was something wrong with them. And so, but this is their life. Like when I see them, they're, full of hugs, and they want all the attention, but when it is a different world to stay home. And so I know that people are being really creative in how they're connecting with neighbors and friends through Zoom like we're doing now. And even birthday parties. I heard that there was one, I guess it was maybe a Facebook Live birthday party that somebody had. So people are reinventing how they're, staying home and still connecting with people in our community.
For sure. We have my daughter turns 13 April 1st on April Fool's Day. So we're looking forward to having some fun through some of these tools as well. So
Yes.
It's important that everybody maintains to the extent they can, drink lots of water, stay connected with people in whatever virtual form that you can, because that's part of our emotional and social balance. And that just to remind everybody to thank a healthcare worker, because they're out there in the front lines, as well as so many of the folks that are working for the city of Iowa City and others that are there for really our general protection. So Mayor Teague, thank you for everything that you're doing at the city of Iowa City and your leadership through this time. I bet you never expected you'd be hosting forums like this when you were first elected for mayor.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a different world and beyond my imagination, right? But I'll tell you that our community is really doing everything that they can to help each other. We're doing things for ourselves to keep each other safe and not spread the virus. And so very impressed with our community. There's a lot of uncertainties ahead that we're going to navigate together. As you already know, that this is a special community that we live in, and very honored that people within our community they're taking it serious and they're responding appropriately. So thanks to you for spending your time here with us today, and really appreciate all that the Downtown District is doing, as well as the other partners that you've talked about during this time, and collectively to our frontline workers. I think you said it best. Thanks to all of them. So yes, anything that you would like to leave us with?
Just to focus people towards that website again, icareatogether.com. Check in for any kind of updates, or if you have questions, we will respond to you. So thank you so much, Mayor Teague, and thanks for hosting this forum. It's really a great idea.
Yeah, thanks for being a part, and you take care.
Bye-bye.
You can stay connected to the latest city response efforts to COVID-19 by visiting icgov.org/coronavirus. There you can find updates on city efforts and closures, along with resources from health experts like the CDC and Iowa Department of Public Health. Remember to stay informed, practice social distancing, and keep up healthy habits like frequently washing your hands. If we all work together, we can make a difference. I'll be back again with another Community Connection. Take care, Iowa City.